Good morning, everyone.
Good morning,
Welcome to
guys.
Tones and the Biz. We're on episode 13. We're officially a young adult and adolescent. It's a great, great thing.
That is cool.
It's cool, man.
Yeah, I like it. Like, I feel like we've stepped into a little bit of a new thing now. We're evolving.
We're about to enter podcast puberty.
Podcast. Yes, I couldn't have put it better myself.
It's a big deal. No, it's cool, man. The weekend was wonderful. The pubs opened.
Yes, they did.
And everyone apparently took to the streets, whether they were doing it for the right reasons or not.
I mean, I've seen photos. Like, I'm having people send me photos on WhatsApp of what Soho looked like.
Oh, really?
And it looked like...
I saw our Compton Street. Yeah, I saw that was crazy.
It looked like Carnival.
Soho
never looked that busy.
It looked like Carnival.
It looked like Notting Hill Carnival. I'm like, what are you people doing?
If you had a good time and you did it responsibly, good for you, brother.
Yeah, that's cool.
And sister.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Yeah.
But, just come on.
Yeah,
it's not over yet.
It's not over yet.
War ain't over.
Yeah, be sensible, gang.
So, if you didn't already know, jumping straight in after that random little moment.
All right.
Two old men bitching about society.
Just cussing.
Yeah. 2K21 NBA.
Oh, yeah.
NBA 2K20 didn't go into the world with a lot of positivity.
Not a lot of love there.
It had pretty hefty gambling.
Yeah.
Mechanics within it.
Yeah.
Almost entirely taking away from the game itself. You had pachinko machines, slot machines, packs.
I mean, pachinko. Oh god, isn't this what Konami did as well? With they said they were going to do that with the Silent Hill stuff. They were going to make pachinko machines out of that. Not to go too far.
I don't
know.
I don't know about that. So the last iteration of NBA 2K, the 2K series. Heavily had drop boxes and gambling, quite blatant gambling.
Yeah. And
the regulation boards from ESRB, which I think in the States, and PEGI here, in Europe, gave it an E for everyone, which meant from 3 years old and up. So we're teaching, there's this thing, there was a big battle about kids being influenced to gamble at a very, very young age.
Well, yeah,
and
that's what it is.
Taking money from their parents and not understanding. And they put these major moments where you get packs and you get these things and there's big colors and bright sounds, bright lights, like lots of noise, very gratifying stuff to make these kids go, yeah, amazing, I want that again.
Yeah.
And
so
spending
insidious.
big money.
That's insidious.
It's dark.
It
was really dark. So 2K21 has been announced. And there are various forms of it. And the business model for the release has come out. So on September 4th...
Am I going to like the sound of this?
You're not going to like this. I'm kind of interested to see what you think. So on September 4th, the game releases.
Right.
And you have the standard edition.
Yeah.
Which comes at $60 US, which is 50 quid.
Let's call that 50 quid, yeah.
Right? That's out for the PS4, the Xbox One, the Nintendo Switch, the PC, and the Stadia.
Fine. Okay.
Right?
Okay.
You then have the 2K21 Mamba Forever Edition, which is
Mamba Forever,
the Kobe Bryant cover.
Of course, yeah.
And that's $100, so we're saying 90 quid.
Yeah.
PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, PC, and Stadia. If you buy the 2K21 Mamba Forever Edition,
right, you
get the 2K21 Standard Edition on PS5. Right?
What?
So, I'll give you a bit of context.
Yeah.
Certain developers back in a couple of weeks ago have announced, for example, CD Projekt Red have said, if you were to buy Cyberpunk on the PS4, we will update your game to the PS5 version for free.
Nice. And
a lot of Xbox have really kind of tried to back this thing where they're saying this a lot.
Yeah.
You're constantly getting the upgrades for free. PlayStation have started pushing that as well, and certain developers are starting to back that.
Yeah.
In come 2K, who have they've come along and they've said, sure, you buy the $100 edition, the £90 edition of the Mamba Forever of 2K21. You don't get that for the PS5. You get the standard edition. Right, so this is what they're saying.
That's fucking disgusting.
So then they've said, okay, so if you want to buy the standard edition,
right,
on the PS5, or the Xbox One, or the Xbox Series X, that is $70. So we're saying an extra £8. So we're saying 60 quid.
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
£60.
65 quid. Yeah.
you buy the standard edition, that's not back. You don't get a backwards compatibility for that. However, if you spend again £90, $100 on the 2K21 Mamba Forever edition, if you buy that, you get the standard edition for the PS4.
What? That's gross.
So, if you spend $100 on the standard edition for the PS4, you will only get on the Black Mamba, the Mamba Forever edition on the PS4. You will only get the standard edition on the PS5.
That's fucking nasty.
But if you get the standard edition on the PS4, you will not get anything for the PS5. They will not update it.
So they are screwing you both ways.
Yeah, you're losing something.
How was there not someone in that meeting that said, hold on guys, isn't this a little bit messed up?
Yeah. Did I explain that well?
No, you explained that, yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. The board, I don't know what that board meeting was. Big man at the front just going, yeah, we're doing it. And everyone being like, come on, man. Like, look, I can't
Surely
believe...
someone must have said, surely you see that this isn't right. Like, you're really messing with people.
How is no one turning around and going, but look what everybody else is doing. This is obviously not going to be received well.
No, it's not going to be popular.
But then someone must be sitting there going, yeah, but I'll buy it, won't it? What else are they going to buy? Because they were hardcore fans, man. It's the same with people that buy FIFA. It's the same people that buy Madden.
Yeah.
It's they are diehard. Year in, year out, they'll buy it.
I hate to say it, but it's the sad truth. It's the truth.
Yeah, man.
It is the truth. They will go out and buy it. And man, the level of... That's disrespectful.
I just can't believe that if you spend $100 or £90 on the Mamba Forever edition, you only get the standard on the PS5. That's just mad. That's mad to me.
The fact that they've called it the Mamba edition as well, obviously with recent events and what have you, it's disrespectful all round on all fronts.
Yeah.
You know? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm getting at? It's not cool.
I think Young Year had a big rant about this as well.
Oh, did he?
We'll put up the graphic on YouTube, and I'll put up on the Instagram as well, so you guys can have a look for yourselves. But it's pretty wild. I mean, it's I don't know. I mean, that takes some planning.
Yeah.
To be that dark, to be that shrewd, that takes some planning, and I'm impressed. I'm almost impressed that they could take it that far, just to be like, how can we really take more than we give on this one?
Yeah.
This was a really good opportunity for those guys to step up and go, hey guys, don't worry about it. You buy it, you get this one. But to be like, yeah, if you buy it on the PS4, you better buy it again. If you buy the standard edition, because not everybody's got £90 or whatever to pay for it.
That's nasty.
It's a real shame.
I can't fucking believe it.
Yeah, and it's two different covers as well. So we got a total of, I think it's a total of 3 athletes on the covers. But yeah, I thought that was newsworthy.
Wow.
So that was the first thing that came up today, which blew
way to go 2K.
Isn't it? That blew my little mind. Moving on, Evo.
Ah, yeah.
I don't know if we heard about this.
Yeah, I've been hearing about this one.
Evo Championship Series. Can you explain what Evo is?
Well, Evo is basically...
I can't do it very well.
Well, it's an event that takes place every year whereby the most popular fighting games are all housed under one roof, and the most, let's say, popular fighters of the FGC, of the fighting game community, goes to take part in playing those games for, for competition, basically.
Yep.
So usually, the top FGC games that you get there are obviously Street Fighter's one, Smash Brothers, Mortal Kombat is there, and I think has Guilty Gear been there a couple of times?
I don't know. I'd imagine so. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it's basically a competition hub for the for the big boy FGC fighting games.
So off the back of that, this year, obviously due to COVID, they had decided that they couldn't host it in person. So they decided to have the Evo Championship Series have an online version.
Yes.
And then we're going down the Street Fighter 5 poor netcode thing.
Let's not.
So so they decided to have this large online version of this championship.
Yeah.
Which is now cancelled. Fully cancelled. Because a lot of the developers have pulled out. Okay. NetherRealms, Capcom, Bandai Namco, they've all dropped out because CEO of Evo, Joey Cuellar, has been accused of sexual abuse made against him.
Oh man.
Yeah. And the Evo team said in a statement on Twitter that they have relieved Cuellar from his responsibilities and is working to completely separate him from the company. But it's been totally cancelled for the year.
Completely cancelled.
Cancelled.
Completely wiped off.
Wiped off. There is no fighting game taking place.
Fuck. That's big.
Huge. So this is the CEO who have had their allegations placed against him, and so every developer was just like, I don't want anything to do with this, and they've stepped back. So Evo are now
rightly so. I mean, power to them for doing that, you know.
Right. And Evo now are scrambling to be like, look, we've removed him. He has nothing to do with us now.
Yeah.
And I think they're trying to scramble to save some sort of face and get the developers back in the championship, because Evo is the biggest. Right? Am I right in saying this?
No. Yeah, you are completely right. Evo is Evo.
It's the biggest tournament for fighting games.
It's the biggest tournament for fighting games. There's nothing really bigger than that at all anywhere.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, pretty intense.
That's wild. But yeah, I have to respect the developers for saying, well, you know what? Nah, we're not going to do this. And do you know what? I think they're going to be hard pressed to try and save or try and salvage anything now.
Oh yeah, I would be very surprised.
I mean, the stink is already there, so you know, Jesus.
So that's pretty big news.
Yeah,
especially for people that, because I think Killer Instinct was even getting a shot at the title this year.
Oh, nice.
Which is such a shame that they don't get a title. Which is such a shame.
It is. Max Dude must be vexed as well. Maximilian Dude.
Well, he said he wasn't associating himself, because he sometimes commentates, doesn't he?
He does, yeah, he does. But he's not associating himself now?
Yeah, he said he was stepping away.
Good man.
Okay.
Good boy, Max.
In other news.
All right.
Loot boxes.
Yes. This this thing gets hot like a couple of times throughout the year.
Tell them what loot boxes
for like the last 2 or 3 years. Well, look, how do you explain loot boxes? Loot boxes is basically
surprise mechanics.
Surprise mechanics. Yeah, you go into a game and the game is designed to say to you, look, if you want this fancy new skin or if you want this fancy new gun or whatever, just pay us some in-game currency.
It's like back in the old days, isn't it? So you say you had Pokemon cards, right?
Yeah.
And you would buy a pack and you'd open them up and you'd have like Pikachu and Charmander and da-da-da-da-da. And you'd be like, I got it, I don't have it, I got it, I don't have it, right? It's basically, am I right in saying it's basically that? It's this idea of I will pay money, and you will roll the dice, and maybe I'll get something I need.
Yeah, it's to get the rare stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's all about, the illusion of getting that rare item.
And we're back to, what 2K were doing in 2K20.
Yeah.
Which is people will pump money into the machine and pull the lever and pull the lever and pull the lever, trying to get the epic bit of kit they want for their character.
Exactly. So they're using their real world money to buy their game currency so they can pull that slot or whatever.
Right.
With the hope of getting that super gun that they want, or that.
And people pump money, man. There's people that put tens of thousands. There's been dads and parents and mums that have had their kids spend thousands of pounds
bankrupt
on mobile games,
yeah,
and just doing madness. So it got so bad. I think Battlefront 2 was the beginning of the end. Well, it was the one that put things in the spotlight, and it kind of got political interest.
Right.
So Belgium, made it. They kind of banned it. They were like, "This is gambling. This isn't going to work."
Well, it is, isn't it? Yeah.
So, in the UK, there was a bunch of representatives from different developers that came in and sat in front of a board, a panel, and explained what loot boxes were. And they were like, "So it's gambling?" And they were like, "No, we prefer to call it surprise mechanics." And you could see the woman on the panel just being like, "Fuck off!" Like. What do you think?
Sorry, that's killed me.
You sit there and go, what, am I a dickhead?
Am I a dickhead? Do you know what I mean? You can imagine they're like, who's this Brer talking to it?
So this thing happened, and it's been going around for a while, and finally it found its way onto the floor of the House of Lords. This is what they were saying. So basically, I'm going to read the report from Kotaku. And basically they said, the House of Lords has advised the government to bring loot boxes within the remit of gambling legislation and regulation without delay. This morning, the House of Lords Select Committee on the Social and Economic Impact of the Gambling Industry published a lengthy report, sounds dangerous, including dozens of recommendations aimed to reduce gambling-related harm.
Fucking A.
That sounds great, man.
That's great news.
The report's findings don't force the government's hand at this point, but this is further evidence of mounting political pressure when it comes to loot boxes.
Right.
The controversy around Star Wars Battlefront 2, which I mentioned earlier, in particular helped ignite political interest in loot boxes across the world, and Belgium outlawed several loot box practices in the wake of that particular abuse.
Nice.
Awesome.
Nice. Well done.
So that was really cool. I think that was a really strong move.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean anything. It hasn't gone through law yet. It hasn't passed through. We don't know what's going to happen next.
No, but at least steps are being taken.
Steps are being taken.
Yeah. At least there's some action happening, because it's fucking nasty. Like,
it's true, man, and it's getting worse. Especially when you look at the the 2K formats now, where you're basically just playing like gamble simulators, like casino simulators, with a sports skin, and it will find its way into everyday gaming. Like, if it's a free to play game, I'm kind of like, all right, don't put casino, pachinko, slot machines in my face. Yeah. But if I want to pay a $5 and I want to get try a loot box, I'm not as pissed off as I would be if I've paid 50, 60 quid and I buy a game and then they're still like, yeah, but if you want this, you got to pay £5. And you might get it. That's what's wrong. I think if someone has asked me, if I've paid full price for a game, I shouldn't have to pay more money to get the things I need. I should be allowed to get that within the game, grinding my own way by putting in my time. My time is my currency that you get.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be you just want more money off me so that maybe, because you're just preying on addictive natures.
Well, yeah, this is it. You're preying on people that have those addictive weaknesses, but you're also preying. You're preying on the children in the sense that you are grooming them to have those addictive
100%
weaknesses later on.
Be okay with it. Because they don't know
and be
different.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. It will be so normalized. They'll be so desensitized to it. It'll be like, what do you mean gambling? I'm just paying a tenner, $5 here and there, every other day, every other week, or whatever.
My parents' money or whatever.
Yeah. Don't worry. It's just it's my parents' debit card. Yeah, it's fine.
That's the problem I have as well, is that it stopped being cheeky. It stopped being, oh, hold on, do I need to pay for that? You just want my money now. Like, there's there's nothing. There's a guy in a suit standing in a boardroom, rubbing his hands together, going, right, they're gonna buy it anyway. Yeah, and the only way we will make a change is if we don't buy it, which is so disappointing because I'm in it for the basketball. Yeah, I'm in it for the gameplay. I'm in it for the games. But now I almost have to take a stand and be like, I don't want to buy this game because I cannot be seen giving money to people that are willing to do this to the community. And to people, to regular people.
I mean, if this is something that that grows out further into other gaming genres,
it'll definitely bleed out. If it's success.
Yeah, it's going to be, like you say, it's going to be hard to be able to want to part ways with your money to play that game.
Yeah, and it will find its way into what we play, like Jedi Fallen Order, and I don't see Naughty Dog doing it, but
please don't mess up my story games, man.
Like, just story games where it comes in going, hey, do you want this skin for that?
Don't mess up my
or do you want to be able to go into that building, or would you like to know what happens? Or worse yet, chapter based gaming where
you mean like Final Fantasy
7 where they turn around and they go, you pay this amount of money for this game, and then season 2, so it'll turn into television, right?
It will.
You pay for season 1, and then you got to pay for season 2, but it's a single player story game. It's a single player story driven game. And if we don't try our best to try and nix this stuff, with this blatant money grabbing schemes, it's gonna be a real problem, and we're seeing it more and more in the news every day.
We are. I just can't understand where that has come from, where the audacity has come from.
Yeah, I know.
To just say we could just get more money out of these lot, and they're gonna fucking give us it as well. It's just like,
because they buy it every year.
Yeah.
And
when did it? Sorry to cut you off, but when did it stop becoming art? When did it become about disrespecting your player base, your fan base like that. Do you know?
Or
what
when
I
did it
mean?
become about being so arrogant that you're not even worried about keeping your fan base?
Yeah, exactly.
They're so arrogant that they think that we can do whatever the fuck we want, and they'll just take our money. We can't be seen giving money to these people, because at the end of the day, other developers and other suits will see that and go, let's put that in that game. Especially when you got, like I said, NetherRealms and Rocksteady and all those WB games being sold off.
Yeah.
And if they get bought up by Nextman, who does that,
yep,
we're gonna see it more and more.
Yep.
So,
and it's you know what I mean. If there are more people like us out there in the world, those IPs are gonna suffer. They're gonna damage hard.
Well, unfortunately, there are people that only play these games, and there's a huge thing like FIFA.
Yeah.
FIFA is a phenomenon. Like FIFA is, that game is played. There are some people that only play FIFA.
Yeah, you're right.
And so, it's socially acceptable to be seen playing FIFA in certain communities, and it's crazy. Like it's like, oh, he doesn't play the single nerdy player games. He just plays FIFA every now and again. So that's a problem.
Sad, man.
Last story. Crucible Relentless Games, owned by Amazon Studios.
You were all over Crucible, weren't you?
I was bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, ready to go, hoping this thing did well. But alas, it's gone back into closed beta. It added a play mode, then had 2 removed. So it only had one play mode, and then it was trying to fix all these bugs and little bits and pieces. And to be fair, it felt like a bit of a mess. It wasn't good. The map was too big. There was no hit impacts. The battle pass didn't work. There was nothing that made me go, I want to fight to get that. It felt messy, so Amazon have pulled it.
I mean, at least they knew that they had to do it.
I mean, for Amazon,
at least
someone got fired. Someone got shouted out.
Someone's head rolled for sure. But I mean, at least they have kind of held their hands up and said, all right,
we've got to pull it.
We know it's shit in it, so how about we just bring it back here? Let's take care of it.
Nobody sees it. Nobody saw it. No.
Play something else, and it's fine.
So I think that's what's happening.
Okay, that's fair.
So I do wish them well, and I hope that they learn from this, because no one deserves to fail and then get shut down.
I mean, it looked like that game looked like it had potential.
It's such a competitive market though, man. Like, between Warzone and Apex and Fortnite, and trying to be something new, but not really knowing what it wanted to be.
Right.
And then God knows what this means for New World, which is Amazon's next one that comes out next month.
Oof.
So that's going to be interesting, if that's going to have a knock-on effect. Just do Killer Instinct.
Yeah, man.
Just bring out Killer Instinct.
So Killer Instinct.
I just wanted to quickly drop that and say, we're thinking of you, Relentless. Stay strong, but just fix it,
please.
So, moving on. That was the end of that. That was the end of the news. I was thinking.
All right.
So we're thinking about this whole Compton thing.
Yeah.
And the pubs opening.
Yeah.
Lockdown easing, even though some people are saying a lockdown's over, which it's not.
I ain't gonna cuss again, but go on.
I was thinking over the last couple months.
Season.
What being locked in the house, and obviously Steam has had record sales. Games are being sold everywhere. People are playing games because they're in the house. And we were talking about last week. We were talking about what draws you to a game, like story or gameplay.
Yeah.
So in this lockdown, what games have you been playing? So what and why?
Well, I mean, during this last 3 months, the whole spring leading into the summer, it's been, well, as you know, I'm still doing The Last of Us 2, and I feel like I'm near the end of that now, actually. So Last of Us 2, Final Fantasy, Death Stranding, Days Gone. I can't remember what I was playing before Days Gone, but it was probably something story driven. Oh, I think I was doing the one of the DLCs to The Witcher, because I've forgotten that I hadn't actually done it. So I think I did
Blood and Wine, Heart of Stone.
Hearts of Stone. Yeah, I think I did that one, because I remember doing Blood and Wine straight afterwards, because I remember how epic it was.
Yeah,
but I ain't
Blood and Wine is amazing. I really liked Heart of Stone.
Yeah.
I really like that one.
But yeah, no, that's what I was doing really. So at the beginning of this whole pandemic thing, sort of cleaned up The Witcher once and for all.
Yeah.
Then went into Days Gone. Then got distracted by Death Stranding, so ditched Days Gone.
And
then got distracted by Final Fantasy VII, so ditched Death Stranding. Completed Final Fantasy VII. Now I'm in The Last of Us 2.
And what's next? Going back to Death Stranding? No, go back to Days Gone, right?
It's going to be going back to Days Gone.
Zombies on zombies.
Zombies on zombies, mate.
Surf and turf.
Yeah, boy.
Okay, so why so many? Why those games?
It's
why not so much? Why were you playing less? Because like you were playing Street Fighter.
I was because I wanted to entertain the idea of dipping my toe back in there
for the new season
and just seeing what all these players are up to now, and it's just it's the same shit.
Yeah, I mean even I went because we were playing.
Yeah,
even I went in and I was like getting better and improving.
Yeah, you were.
And then I was just like, I can't keep this up, man.
Yeah. I mean, once you've fought one Shoto, and for you guys out there, when I mean Shoto is Ryu, Ken, and
Sakura.
About anybody that can throw a projectile. Once you fought one of them, you fought them all, and you just get bored. So I just thought, I'm just gonna stick to the stories for a bit.
Yeah, no, fair enough. So why the stories?
Well, the stories, I suppose do you know what's interesting? I mean, to put it shortly, it's an escape. It's like a big escape for me. Obviously, we're in a certain C-19 situation right now, with lockdown being eased, but not completely. But but a lot of us are still pretty much working from home or just at home, not working. So yeah, for me, it's been an escape from this world into another one.
Yeah,
into another 2 or 3 or whatever.
So why not multiplayers? Why have you not really gone near that in this time?
That's a good question. That's a good question, actually, because there's no reason for me not to pick up, like, say, Apex or Warzone or
Street Fighter
or Street Fighter. Yeah, I did. Yeah, that's a good question. I think. Do you know what? I think for me, the difference between those games and the story-driven games is that with games like Apex and Warzone and Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, they're quick fix games.
Sure, and you want to put in sessions.
I want to put in sessions. So normally when I play like Mortal Kombat or whatever,
like time sucks. So you want to spend time.
I want to spend time.
Like, take a large part of your day, kind of.
Yeah, because I realized that, and this thought only occurred to me the other day, was that because obviously we were talking about how I take long playing games.
Mm-hmm.
You say
take time.
You take time, blood.
You take time.
What's that about?
True talk.
No, I know. Okay, I know. All right, hands. For those of you who can't see, I got my hands up right now. Yeah. But I realized that the reason why I like to play those story-driven games the way I do is because I treat them like. It's just gonna sound so corny. I treat them like TV shows. I treat them like
movies,
series.
Series. So, like series.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, like you binge watch a series on Netflix, and you watch 1 or 2 episodes one day, 1 or 2 episodes another day, so on and so forth until you finish it by the end of the week.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
I know I've done that before.
Yeah.
I very much treat my story-driven games like that.
Okay.
I treat them like that. It's almost like, what's Geralt going to get up to?
Okay.
For this episode, what's Joel going to get up to for this episode, or what's Kratos and Atreus going? Where they going?
So like each time you play, it's a majority play that you see as its own personal section.
I do see it as its own personal section, and I find that
gives you something to look forward to.
Yeah, it does. It gives me
like a cliffhanger.
Yeah, exactly. It gives me something to look forward to, and without even consciously thinking about it, I'm so sucked into the gameplay and the story. I'm just in that world.
Yeah.
And if you know anything about me, I love to explore a world.
Yeah.
I'm just doing that. I like in a sense that the world can own me that way.
So I've noticed you've taken the playing with headphones a lot more.
Yes.
Really, real immersing yourself.
Yeah, I have, because I like fully just being in that world. And, especially if the developers, the sound designers have gone at length to design some
binaural audio
and all those crisp little sound effects and all of those little, things that you hear in the distance, or you hear something behind you. And I love that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's about as close to VR as I'm going to get right now, because I'm not buying a VR headset yet. But it does, it's just another thing to keep me completely locked into that world.
I think that's cool. Yeah. I mean, I it's funny enough, like, since being in lockdown, so before kind of going into lockdown, I was playing a lot of story-based games.
Yeah, you were. Yeah,
I was playing a lot of them. I was doing Dragon Quest. I did.
You were doing Odyssey for a bit.
I'm still doing Odyssey. I went back to Odyssey now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I did Last of Us and Last of Us Part 2, so I played Last of Us again for like the 4th time.
Damn, I really want to get back around to Part 1 eventually.
Before, I was going through like a Steam kind of thing. Ori and the Blind Forest, Ori and the Wisp.
You did Vampire as well,
Vampire.
Didn't you? Yeah.
So I was kind of going through the back catalogue and doing story-based games.
Yeah.
And I kind of started that going into lockdown. But
Right.
then after a certain point, I stopped and just played multiplayer.
Why? What was going?
I mean, it's the closest thing I'm gonna get to hanging out with your mates.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's not so much.
Well, now I feel bad.
What
are you trying to say about me, man?
But I mean, like, it's cool. You had your headphones on. It was one of those things of like, you can't go to the pub. Well, you can now, but at the time you couldn't go to the pub, and even now I wouldn't go for a little while, wait for it to settle down.
Yeah.
You couldn't see your mates.
Yeah.
For a large portion of this lockdown.
Yeah.
People live across the city. People can't get to you.
Yeah.
So you don't see a lot of your friends. So the cool thing is playing something like Apex in a team of 3, or playing something like Warzone in a team of 4, or whatever, and switching and rotating with different people that you're playing with. You're seeing different play styles. You're hearing different time of chat, different kind of banter, and you find yourself, running across a Warzone. What's going on? How's your mum, man? She all right? It's like, what's going on? She all right? She still got that tickle. She still got that. She still got the flu. Oh, man, that sucks, dude. But you're sitting
while
there.
You're crawling over
whilst
bodies.
You're like prone, crawling over people shooting and sniping. I'll never forget having that conversation where we're sitting there and I'm sniping and I'm like, bang, yeah, okay, knock one down. Seriously, she all right? How's your sister? She good?
Oh, Jesus.
And your brother's good too, yeah? Bang! Click, reload, click. All right, no, move to the left. Yeah, there, go around, go through that door. All right, get him. All right, run in. Whole fight ends.
Yeah.
And we won the fight. And we're sitting there like, yeah, good. So anyway, I was at Sainsbury's last night. And you're just living this kind of normal, having a normal everyday conversation.
Yeah.
But you're in a war zone.
Yeah.
Or,
it's like you're living two worlds.
You're living two worlds, but it's so... it's strangely normal whilst being abstract.
Right.
How? Well, because, you're in a really colourful... Well, like Apex, you're in a really colourful world.
Yeah.
I'm running around as Lifeline. I'm running around as Revenant. You're running around as these characters with your headset on or with your mic on, trying to win a match. But it's the opposite. But other than having a good time and staying focused, it gives you an opportunity to catch up with your friends and have a good time because, we couldn't go and play, couldn't go on a bike ride, couldn't play football, couldn't communicate, couldn't do anything like that. But this gives us something where we're not just sitting on the phone, but we're also doing things, having a good time.
You're doing an activity.
It's an
together.
activity.
Yeah, and it's fun.
Right.
Yeah, no, of course.
And doing that with your mates is the closest thing in lockdown that I've found that gets us to hang out, catch up, and make sure everyone's all right.
Yeah.
But also, have a good time. So that and do something a little different.
Yeah.
So that's gotten to a point where I was playing a lot. I played this morning, I played last night. Like I'm playing Apex a lot, and you can see the progress go up. And I'm like, right, this might be getting a little much now, like, because I tilted today. Like I tilted.
Oh, did you tilt? Oh, mate.
But that was the thing, because you sit there and you're playing the game. And what's amazing is the guys that I play Apex with, we have different styles.
Yeah.
So
Are you the run and gunner?
No, exactly.
Oh.
You'd think I would be.
Oh, wow.
That's a little polar opposite.
That's a little pivot for you.
Yeah, man.
Because you love a run and gun.
Grown as a person.
Wow. I mean, congratulations, man.
So I'm not. I'm the support character.
What?
I play Lifeline. I'm the medic.
So no.
Yeah. Oh,
somehow that really jars me.
But what's funny is the people that I play with. So we have one guy that, DJ. Yeah, I know you're listening, DJ. I'm about to call you out.
What you saying, DJ?
What you saying, DJ? So he loves to chase the kill.
Right.
If he has someone on the run, it's like it becomes this blood hunt.
He
It's
loves
this
to
thing.
chase his quarry.
Yeah, it's like dog with a bone. He's gone.
Yeah.
And the problem is he'll chase the hunt so far.
Yeah.
They'll turn around and be like, "Oh shit, I'm miles away from my team now." and the problem is I'm sitting there like, I don't know what to do because I don't know whether to like help you or run back.
So he's just shot off chasing the rabbit, and you're just left. You're just there left holding your peace. Right? Like, so what do I do with it? DJ, what are you doing, man?
Am I the problem here? Like I'm sitting there going, I haven't got the pace for this. Like. And that's really funny because he's super aggressive. He's like, hey, his ears prick up when he hears shots. He's like, oh, gunfire. Let's get into it. Let's get amongst it. And then I'm like, hold up. Let me just grab this bullets. And then he's like, I'm getting shot at. And you're like, okay. Oh, shit. Okay. So I need to. And then obviously with Trick, it's different because he's kind of the middle ground between us. Like he'll stay back enough to kind of be support. Yeah. But I found myself a lot of the time chasing those guys. Right. Because I actually think I'm sometimes a little bit too conservative. I spend a little bit more time looting. Yeah. I'm more worried about them and their health. Yeah. And then I'm sitting there going, well, let's hold back. Let's see if we can third party. Let's see if we can kind of do shots from far. Here's a confession. Okay. It's gotten to a point where I am getting decent with snipers because I can't catch up fast enough, so I've got to get in sniper range.
That's brilliant.
So that I could at least help the fight from range.
So somewhere along the line, you were just like, well, fuck it. I'm just going to camp here and just get my scope out.
So you see them like down in the thing, and I'm like, well, at least I can kind of buck some shots off by the time I get there. And I'm getting pretty good with it, you know.
Oh, wow.
But it was very funny, and it's just interesting, these play styles where... if it trying to be more aggressive and forcing myself to be more aggressive so that at least I'm in the fight with DJ. Yeah. But at the same time, when it's DJ Trick and myself, we're kind of trying to find this balance of, okay, well, look, let's not run into the fight because I'm definitely the weakest link. Yeah. Yeah. If we run in there, that's going to be a problem, and we're probably going to get third partied, right? What I love about it is that we're having these conversations and we found a common ground. The point is having this whole story. Yeah. The common ground that we have gives us a center point to talk about outside of the world as well, because we don't want to constantly be sitting there going, oh yeah, lockdown still sucks. This is still happening. Yeah. That's still happening. This is still happening. There are good things that are happening with the lockdown easing and things happening in the home and whatever we have, our hobbies and stuff like that. Yeah. But it also gives us a center point to focus on and take our minds off it. So it is kind of an escape as well. It's an because we're trying to win a game and we're trying to work together as a team. Yeah. Even if I tilt or DJ tilts, I mean, Trick is... It's so funny. It's like, yeah, all right, we lost. All right, see you later, boys.
Really?
Whereas I'm like, I'm going to eat something. I'm going to break something. Why am I dying so much?
Oh, no.
But the point is, it gives us this really great hub and focus and escape and a joint. It's cool to be working with other people to achieve a goal. There's something to be said about teamwork and there's something to be said about, you know, cooperating and working towards something, because that's really fun. And when you win with your mates as opposed to by yourself. And I've just found that really important during this lockdown. I found that really interesting to be like, because normally I don't play a lot of multiplayer games because I'm sensitive.
Bless you.
I don't like getting called names and stuff. But it's and playing with mates has been really great because it is a way to escape whilst getting to make sure everyone else is okay.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you're putting yourself into another world with beg your pardon, with your mates that are in that world as well, and you're just
yeah. We made that series, How Not to Play Apex. You know about that, right?
Oh yeah, I know about that. Yeah, I've seen a couple of those.
Started getting a little bit loud.
Yeah.
but yeah, so it's I find
that's cool.
I find that really interesting, like the single player, because I'm playing Odyssey at the moment, and I'm honestly not having a great time with it.
Is that because it's not a multiplayer game, or is that because of Odyssey itself, or?
I would say probably because it's Odyssey itself, and the reason I picked Odyssey as the solo experience, a single player game to play, is because it's been on my shelf for a really, really long time. Everybody sings its praises.
Do they?
Yeah, but it's done really well. I mean, between Origins and Odyssey were the big two, right? I'm still a massive Black Flag fan. I'm still think that's the best Assassin's Creed I've played.
I feel so bad because I've not touched one Assassin's Creed.
I'd say if you can do.
If I was to do one, which one would you?
Black Flag.
Black Flag. Just go straight in.
Just go straight in because it's it's the galleons, it's the warships, it's the Pirates of the Caribbean, but Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
A huge map. You have your own ship that are ship battles and stuff with cannons, and you have this in Odyssey, but it's spears and arrows, and it's Greek, right? It's in the old time.
Yeah.
And I do like the lore and the history of it. Sometimes I just feel a bit rudderless. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I can just do the main story quest, but I don't like the side quests where it's just kind of like, I'll kill 8 of those as you go around, or kill 6 of these, or postman missions and stuff like that. Sometimes it just feels a bit too big. There's too much going on, and the story kind of, in my opinion, gets lost a little bit.
Side quests can be a delicate thing sometimes.
Yeah, and I do think you can have too many.
Yeah.
And that I think is a problem, and so I'm gonna keep at it. I think it's a massive game.
Yeah. How many hours you done so far?
20, 25.
That's not too bad.
Not too bad now.
Yeah, it's all right.
But you're seeing, and I'm only level, I don't know what even level I am, but there's levels that are like 30, 40 levels more than me, and I'm like, oh, geez, like,
wow.
I mean, it's definitely getting. I mean, it's gonna take a little backseat when Tsushima comes out.
Of course, yeah.
On the 19th.
I believe that's the 17th.
17th?
Yeah, so that's like 12, 10, math bad, but I think 10 days from now.
Yeah,
basically a week and a half.
Bit of time. So that's coming out real soon, and I think that's going to take center stage.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to that. But then after that's done, I'll probably keep trying with Odyssey. Assassin's Creed is really hit and miss me. I didn't really like Syndicate that much, set in London, and that was why I wanted it, because I wanted it was set in London. Never got to play Origins, so I can't really comment on that. And then Odyssey was just, I think that's when they really started stepping into the RPG elements, and I think heavy Witcher vibes.
Yeah, I mean, we've said it before as well. Like, The Witcher is
set the pace for a lot of people.
Everything that comes out now is post Witcher in a sense.
Yeah, there is a lot of pre-Witcher, post-Witcher, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that, because even down to Odyssey has, I don't know. Maybe if people can comment and let me know. When you're on the horse in Odyssey, you can hold down the button and it follows the path, which The Witcher did.
Yes, that's true.
And then you can press triangle and it will just kind of like auto run you to your objective.
Oh my goodness.
And this is bad because I'm getting Final Fantasy 15 flashbacks with the car.
Oh yeah, because that was a big problem for you with that, wasn't it?
No, man,
it was just on rails.
I shouldn't just be sitting here doing, like I feel like I should be doing something.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's great, but if I'm sitting there going, let me just get my horse on the track and then go to the objective, whilst I check my phone and go and put the kettle on. I mean, it's not, as far as immersion goes, that kind of loses it for me a little bit. But the map's so big, I don't know how else they were supposed to do that. But yeah, that's just me.
Oh man.
So so now that lockdown's easing,
yeah.
Where do you think people are gonna? Do you reckon the gaming thing's gonna shift? Do you reckon multiplayer will step back? Do you think that people are gonna? Do you think, or more importantly, since gaming's been so big during lockdown, do you reckon there's just gonna be a complete nix of gaming? As in, like, everyone's like, I'm going outside, I'm meeting my mates, I'm not playing games.
People are going out.
Do you reckon there's gonna be a massive nosedive of games being played?
I think sorry, clear my throat. I think especially if the weather keeps up as well, people are going out.
You reckon?
They're going out. They're going to go into parks, they're going to go into pubs, they're going to want to hang out. I mean, we've already seen these pictures from Soho from a couple of days ago or whatever.
Yeah.
They can't wait to get out. So
do you think people are going to stop playing? Or do you reckon it's going to be more of a thing of, well, I've been playing these games for so long, I'm into them now.
Yeah.
There's going to be more of a player base than ever.
I think there's going to be a little bit of a nosedive.
You think so?
I think it's going to take a little bit of a hit. Just a little bit. At least while the weather's good anyway.
Yeah, I think summer's going to have a nosedive. I think winter, I don't know,
Well, I mean, yeah.
This year's a weird one because the people that I know that don't usually play games are playing a lot of games.
Yeah.
And they may see this as a big time suck now.
Yeah.
To keep them indoors. Yeah. So in winter, it might be that these new players that have come into it during the lockdown and now like, well, this is actually a good way to spend time, and they might stick about in winter.
Yeah, true. Especially if that second wave.
Oh yeah, the dreaded second wave.
The dreaded second wave comes about. I don't think it will, but touch wood.
Yeah,
I hope it'll be fine.
Okay.
But yeah.
Do you know what time it is?
Time is it?
We're going there.
Oh, we going there now.
We're going there.
All right.
So I'm gonna give you a choice.
Oh, okay.
We can either do Happy Hour at the Jazz Barcade.
All right.
Or We can do battle shots.
Go on then. Battle shots.
Battle shots. All right. I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Pause for effect.
Okay.
Dante. Devil May Cry.
Yeah. All right.
Badman.
I'm with you.
You
Okay.
with me?
Yeah. Still in the room. Okay.
And Barrett.
Dante and Barrett.
Yeah.
Dante, Devil May Cry, and Barrett from Final Fantasy.
7. Who's gonna outdrink who? Who's gonna be doing more shots? Now, bearing in mind, we're saying powers of Dante aside. We're not no demon powers.
No demon powers. Leave all of that at the door. No. Leave that in the cloakroom.
Who
Dante,
do you think's a bigger drinker, Dante or Barrett? Oh, he's thinking. I thought this would be kind of a no-brainer. I was worried for a second.
No, do you know what? I'm trying to make it complicated for myself when it really isn't. It's a no-brainer.
Why is it?
Barrett would lose.
You think Barrett would lose?
I think Barrett would lose. He'd lose.
Why?
He's, maybe it's one of those bigger they are, harder they fall sort of thing.
Oh, is it?
Or maybe it's the fact that he has a daughter.
Oh wow, you really are going into it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I think, and because.
Oh, he's struggling.
Oh mate, no, I have to come back a little bit.
Okay.
No, do you know what? Yeah, Dante would win this. Dante's the hard drinker.
You think Dante would take it?
Yeah. But the thing is...
All right.
Though, I reckon Barrett would try. He would try and give him a run for his money.
Do you think do you think it would at least be a good fight?
Yeah, it'll be a good fight.
It'll be a good drink.
Yeah, because Barrett's stubborn.
Yeah, and he's massive.
He's stubborn and he's massive, and he doesn't like to back down from shit. So he'll give him a run. I
think it'd be a good guy. I think Barrett would do all right.
He'll do all right, but he ain't winning. I'm sorry, Barrett, man.
Oh man, I was like, let me throw a Final Fantasy 7 character and let's see if there's any loyalty.
Nah, I'm sorry, man. I gotta call it how I see it. He's bait.
He's bait. Wow. And on that note.
That was awesome.
Salt on the wound. All right then. Well.
Oh shit.
As always, guys, thank you for listening.
Thank you very much.
We really appreciate you guys coming in and hanging out with us. This is amazing, and we love talking about games as much as you love listening to them. So
absolutely,
please stick about. We are, as always, on Instagram at tonesandthebiz. I need to be on that more, and we're on Twitter at tonesandthebiz. I also need to be on that more. We are on YouTube
at tonesandthebiz. Well, not an at, but it's just called tonesandthebiz.
Come check us out. We will be putting How Not to Play Apex on there at some point.
Yep.
But we also put these up, the podcast up, with fun little clips that you can come check out, so you can see what we're talking about.
Absolutely.
Please come and hang out with us, and as always, no douchebags allowed.
Yeah, and just keep it classy in the comments.
Keep it classy. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Peace.
Peace out.